Well, new tonight, some Metro Atlanta men, they are spearheading a movement to right wrongs caused by the 1994 federal crime bill.
The controversial law has been blamed for the mass incarceration of many in the black community, and now 10 Metro Atlanta men who served time under the now infamous law are asking President Joe Biden, who sponsored the bill, for a pardon. 11 Alive's Bobeth Yates spoke with two of those men today. She joins us live outside the federal courthouse in downtown Atlanta. Bobeth.
Hey there. Well, just last week, the 10 men submitted their paperwork at the federal courthouse right behind me. Now, since 1994, the president and several other politicians have come out acknowledging the harsh sentence associated with this law. And now the men who served their time are hoping the stain of their conviction will be erased.
We're asking the federal government for an official act of forgiveness.
Eric Geralt spent 13 years behind bars after being convicted of conspiracy to traffic marijuana under a policy created by the 1994 crime bill.
They call it ghost dope with historical weight. So the ghost dope means that they don't actually have to have the drugs, and then the historical weight is they can bring people in to say that you were bringing them a certain amount over a period of time, and then they just extrapolate forward from that.
Atlanta resident Ricky Brown had a similar experience.
I was charged with conspiracy, and we have to understand that the 94 crime bill, there was no drugs. I was never found with any drugs. It was all hearsay. Back then, 2-3 people could say, hey, I sold this guy some drugs, or we did a drug deal together.
Brown was sentenced to 13 years for conspiracy to sell crack cocaine, and he says those caught with the drug feared even worse.
I even had a roommate at one time. He had $10 worth of crack. He got 30 years. If you were caught with 1 gram of crack cocaine, the law of the 94 crime bill said now, that 1 gram now, since you put baking soda in it, is now 100 grams.
Brown says the harsh sentences were unfair, and he and Geralt are joining 8 other Atlanta residents who are asking President Joe Biden for a pardon.
This was wrong then, and it's wrong now. We need to go back and look at these laws and look at how many lives that it has destroyed.
Sentiments echoed by Geralt.
We feel, and the federal government has admitted and accepted, that the 94 crime bill, along with the Sentence Reform Act, it was too harsh. It carried draconian sentences. It was unnecessary, and it was discriminatory.
Now, since the men has turned in their paperwork, they say other former inmates are joining their effort. Now they're just waiting on the Biden administration to respond. In the meantime, they say the Trump campaign has also reached out. Live in downtown Atlanta, Bobeth Yates, 11 Alive News.
Bobeth, thank you so much for bringing us that report.